Tim, a major signing for Toronto FC today. To talk about how long this process was in trying to woo this type of player to not only come into Major League Soccer, but to come to Toronto FC.
Yeah, the process took, I came on in September, end of September, and we immediately identified the type of player. That was the first thing, the type of player we were looking for and what we needed for a team. At that point, we wanted a balance. We wanted to look in a variety of places, and so we're looking in Europe, but we also want to look at South America. And there has been some success there, and we identified through a number of sources various players, and so what we did is we went down there. And we scouted and we talked to people on the ground and we figured out who was scoring goals in their league. You know, this is something new for MLS. We normally don't get the top players in the Brazilian league. Normally they go to Europe. So for us to go down there and get a player like this, it's huge. It's a big statement about MLS, about TFC, and what we're trying to do. So in terms of the process, once we identified the player, it was we needed to get in front of him. We needed to talk to the club, and then you begin negotiations. Once the club was on board and the player was committed, he started receiving other offers, and so it's always sort of hit or miss, and you're trying to. It's day to day. But once he spoke to Ryan and our club, he made the decision himself. And at that point, we were ready to move forward, and then it was just sort of more, dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
Is this the type of player then, obviously, that you build a team around when you see his talents now? Is that how you build around him to say, okay, what can we do to support him?
Absolutely. I think that we do have a good core returning, and I think you've seen that. Now, we need goal scorers, and you can build your team around that if you have the support. You know, he needs to have someone who's going to play the ball to him, or if he needs to have the appropriate flank service so that he can put his foot on the end of the service or his head on the end of it. So, yep, it's definitely a key piece. But we also have more to come. So.
Yeah, you do have more to come, and is obviously you're still searching not only signing Major League Soccer-based players right now, but also from elsewhere in the world, more than likely.
Yeah, we are. I don't think it's been a secret that we're after two designated players. So Gilberto fills one of the slots. And we continue to sort of pound the pavement and really try to figure out how we're going to get that other DP. But we've identified players, as we said, and we're pretty close. We're pretty close.
And a lot of movement again this week with the club, with Stefan Fry going to Seattle for drafts, Jackson being signed from FC Dallas, and then as well the announcement that you do pick up some more draft picks with Bobby Convey going to New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, we had a second-round draft pick. You know, we lost our first-round draft pick, I think, last year. And the year before, and what we're looking for is to get back up there, because then we have an asset, and we can either select someone if there's someone available at that spot, or we can trade it, potentially move up. It's really about looking at our scouting resources, all the college seniors and the Generation Adidas players, and then hopefully having a successful combines over the next couple weeks. We have 2 combines. We're going to be looking at players, and all of these are, it's a mosaic, and there are different pieces, and we're slowly putting the pieces together to have a winning side. So we're really excited about it, obviously.
And for yourself, not only for the whole team being excited, but for you now that you're here. I guess you've got your feet are wet now, certainly as far as making moves and trying to build this club. For yourself personally, as a first-time GM, what's this experience been like?
It's been great. What I would say is not, the public could not see that my feet were wet the very first day, because we were working on day one, and we had Ryan and I had so many chalk talks and board talks where we threw up names and figured out if the budgets would work and see if if the players that I presented or that he presented me were going to work with his plans. So my feet were wet right from the beginning. I feel like I'm about waist deep now, and we're hopefully I'll be fully submerged by the time the season starts.